The movie It Ends With Us, starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, was released this week, and there's been tons of drama surrounding it, as people feel like there's some drama between the two of them. From how the film is being promoted to what is in the movie, I mean, there's just so much currently being said about It Ends With Us. I went to go see the movie last night because I just wanted to see what was actually in the movie versus how they're actually promoting it. I feel like they're really pushing it as this rom-com. All of the promo has felt very Bridgerton to me, and if you know what this movie or if you read the book and know what it is about, it is far from a rom-com. So before I talked about it, I definitely wanted to just see for myself what the movie was going to be, if it was going to be similar to the book, because seriously, the way that they have been promoting it has been giving like silly, cute, fun romance, and the movie is so dark and so heavy. So we are going to get into everything surrounding this movie. Justin Baldoni got the rights to It Ends With Us back in 2019 and directed this film. And last January, Blake Lively was announced as part of the cast, and she is also a producer on the film. Now, in terms of the lead actors in the film, it's the biggest drama right now, as people want to know what happened and why they aren't doing press together. There had been some online drama as the movie was being shot, as some people did have some things to say after the cast was announced, and as photos from set were released showing some of the wardrobe choices in the film, as some just hadn't exactly dreamed the main character Lily to be what they were seeing being filmed. But nobody had ever thought there would be drama going on within the cast, but fans are almost certain something must have gone down because Justin has not been doing press with any of the other cast members. The crazy thing is that everything seemed fine back in May. Him and Colleen were arm in arm doing some press for the movie together, and then all of a sudden things changed. So people are wondering, what's kind of gone on behind the scenes before this movie actually premiered to lead us to this place where the cast is not associating with him and he is not taking any pictures with them. They are not taking any pictures with him. And it just seems like a mess. And the fact that there is supposed to be a sequel to this movie, you guys, there is supposed to be another one and he is supposed to be in this movie. And if they cannot get along, fans are worried. The main players in the cast do not follow him on Instagram. Colleen Hoover, who originally gave him the rights to make the movie, doesn't even follow him. He does, however, follow Blake, Colleen, and some of the other cast, but people have just found it weird that they don't follow him. And people had just found it weird that the leads of this film had not been photographed together or doing interviews, since usually that is exactly what happens when doing a press tour. There was a period in time where Justin was hospitalized, but after that period of time, he still did not do any press with the cast. And obviously at the premiere, they were all there, but he wasn't pictured with anyone. So everyone has just been like, what is going on? Like, there is clearly something going down. The internet grew even more curious about some potential drama after Jenny Slate was asked about what it was like being scene partners with Justin, and people just felt like she tried super hard to avoid answering the question, making it a little suspicious.
Talk to me, what was that like, having him be director but also scene partner?
I mean, what an intense job, like to have to do so many things. I just found myself being like, wow, I really just want to have one job at once. Like and in fact, I've often felt that way. Like, I really like writing and I like it so much, and it's special to be able to be a writer. But like, yeah, I was looking around just being like, I'm good with just acting. I love it. I just want to do it. I feel like I've only...
At the premiere of the film, Blake revealed to E! News that her husband Ryan Reynolds wrote the rooftop scene of the movie. People then began to speculate that maybe there were some creative differences between Blake and Justin while filming, and that Blake was maybe taking over the project and Justin didn't like that. Blake was quoted saying, "The iconic rooftop scene, my husband actually wrote it," Blake exclusively told E! At the It Ends With Us premiere in New York City, August 6th. "Nobody knows that but you now." And the chance to work together is something she and Ryan cherish, with Blake adding, "We help each other. He works on everything I do," she shares. "I work on everything he does, so his wins, his celebrations are mine and mine are his." People then began to bring up the promotion for the film, as it's been mixed with Deadpool and Wolverine, as the film came out a week prior to It Ends With Us, and obviously Blake's husband is in the film. Blake had a photo op at the premiere for It Ends With Us with both Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, which people noted was interesting just given the seriousness of It Ends With Us. To bring Deadpool and Wolverine into it was a bit odd. And for those who don't know, the movie It Ends With Us is a movie about DV. There are extremely triggering scenes in this movie. It is not an easy watch. It is uncomfortable at times, but online, this is how they've been promoting the film on their TikTok account, sharing videos of fan reactions to the movie, and it doesn't sound like the movie is as serious as it is.
It's fun, it's romance, there's hot guys, there's hot girls, like there's sobbing, there's crying, there's love, there's like it's got everything that you want.
People in the comments were even like, did they just see the right movie? Because there is no way. And people have been praising the fact that Justin Baldoni has been actively talking about the hard parts of this film in nearly every promo he has done for the movie.
What do you want men to take away from this film?
I want men, first of all, I want men to stop asking the question, why do women stay?
Yeah.
Right? I want men to take accountability. I want men to hold other men accountable. And in this particular film, I want men to go to the theater and in some way see a version of themselves. You know, you have two very different characters. Both of them, in Atlas and Ryle, have had past trauma. One handles it very different than the other. And my other hope is that the men who have not done the work, to heal, if they see bits of themselves in Ryle, have a chance to step back and say, you know what, I don't want to blow up my life. I don't want to hurt the person I love the most. I need to get help. I need to feel all these things that I've buried so deep down so that it doesn't explode on somebody that I love.
People have said it seems as though everyone else a part of this movie haven't promoted it in the same way and have seemingly glossed over the fact that the movie does have these hard scenes in it. Fans had praised Justin in the comments of his interviews, writing, "Seems like Justin is the only cast member actually raising awareness to the whole point of the book. Very grateful someone is handling this press tour with the gravity the subject material deserves. Why is he the only one talking about the message? Love him. This is how you promote this kind of film." Justin had also been interviewed talking highly of Blake still, despite the fact that people felt there was the drama.
Just tell me what it was like also collaborating with Blake.
Oh, she's a creative force. She's a genius. She was involved in every aspect of this production, and everything she touched, she made better.
This is your night, mister.
No, this isn't my night. This is a night for all the women who we made this movie for. This is a night for Blake. This is a night for Colleen. I'm just so grateful that we're here. 5 years in the making.
But on Thursday, The Hollywood Reporter cited two unnamed sources who allegedly confirmed there were in fact creative differences between Blake and Justin, claiming that there had been competing cuts made of the film in post-production. The Hollywood Reporter wrote, "Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that there was a fracture among the filmmakers in the post-production process wherein two different cuts of the movie emerged. Lively, however, did have a strong say in the film's creative direction, as she was also a producer on the feature on top of being its star. That seemed to extend to having the power to make her own version of the movie. According to multiple sources, Lively commissioned a cut of the movie from editor Shane Reed, who was an editor on Deadpool and Wolverine, and who cut the Lively directed music video for Taylor Swift's I Bet You Think About Me. It's unclear if any of this cut was ultimately used in the final project, which was credited to editors Una Flaherty and Rob Sullivan. One insider played down any friction, noting that it is not uncommon for a film to have several cuts emerge during post, adding that the team was in agreement on the final cut. Justin, in a recent interview, had talked about taking a step back at times during this project, but never made mentions of competing cuts or any sort of bad blood.
As a man, I'm always going to come with my own biases, and it's one of the reasons I was afraid to direct this movie, let alone act in it. And I wanted to make sure this film always had a female gaze, and I was never putting myself into it. But one of the things that I think is very easy to say, especially for us men, is when we maybe talk to somebody who's in this situation, or we read a book, or we hear a news story, the question that's always asked is, why did she stay? And that's the wrong question.
Yeah.
What we need to be asking ourselves is, why do men harm?
Yes.
And that was the big thing for me. And what I've learned more and more and more of is, like, you know, these women who experience this every single day, there's real love there. You know, there's charm, there's charisma, there's passion, there's this belief that they can be better. And it's not so simple.
But while at the premiere, he was interviewed about if he would take on double duty again and star and direct the sequel to the film. and he seemed to turn down that idea, saying that Blake is ready to direct, which people are now wondering if that was potential shade, given how it seems he is not on good terms with the cast.
Would you be willing to entertain pulling double duty again in the future?
You're gonna have to ask me in a little while. We're gonna take a vacation. We're gonna take a vacation after this.
Because we do have it starts with us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
It's no secret that Blake did have her hands in this film. I mean, she was a producer. She certainly did make sure things were in that she felt should be. In a recent interview, she was praised over the use of the song Cherry by Lana Del Rey featuring in the film, to which she said she had to fight to keep in the movie.
I did also scream when I heard Cherry by Lana Del Rey.
Right?
Yeah.
Screamed. They begged me to take that song out of the movie.
Why?
I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but because they felt like it was like too charged and heavy, and things are still good with Ryle at that point, so you don't want to feel that charge. And I was like, the moment Atlas enters, things are charged and heavy.
I did find her saying that she wasn't supposed to be talking about it interesting, though. Like, she wasn't supposed to be bringing up any sort of creative differences, maybe. But overall, the situation is extremely interesting, as the internet seems to be siding with Justin, as his interviews depict him caring about the messaging and the seriousness of this film, whereas the other promotions have seemed very rom-com, leading Colleen and Blake to receive backlash. But the fact that the cast has been doing promo with Blake and that Colleen follows Blake and it's her book, the fact that she is not following Justin, someone she originally gave the movie rights to, I mean, this is just, it is wild because, you know, there's all these people that are seemingly on Blake's side and then the internet is on Justin's side. At least it feels like that's what the sides are right now. But that is what has been going on with this movie, why Blake Lively has been getting some backlash, even though the cast seems to be leaning towards her. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this, though, in the comments. Let me know if you guys read the book, saw the movie, if you're planning to see the movie, how you feel about this drama. Let me know all your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.